You ever wonder why we ride? Why we keep coming back to two wheels, even when the road gets rough? Or when people tell us it's dangerous? Maybe it's hard to explain to someone who's never twisted the throttle. Because riding, it's not just transportation. It's transformation. Today, I want to talk about why we ride. Not just for the speed or the machine, but for that feeling. That moment when the world slows down and everything makes sense again. I still remember my first real ride. The nervousness, the heartbeat in my helmet. The sound of the engine felt like a heartbeat syncing with mine. When the clutch released, the road opened up and then suddenly, it was like stepping into another world. It wasn't just about going fast. It was about feeling alive. Every biker has that memory. The first time you realize you're not just moving. You're free. That's the addiction right there. The wind becomes your soundtrack. The horizon becomes your destination. And for a few seconds, nothing else matters. As one rider once said, 4 wheels move the body, but 2 wheels move the soul. Now let's talk about the science of it. Researchers from the University of California did a study. They found that riding a motorcycle can reduce stress by up to 28%. Your brain releases endorphins, the same chemicals that make you feel good after running or meditating. Your focus sharpens, your worries fade. It's mindfulness in motion. Every turn demands your attention. Every gear shift keeps you in the now. You can't scroll your phone. You can't think about bills or deadlines. You just exist between the sky and the asphalt. That's why even after a long, exhausting ride, we come home tired but mentally lighter. Like the road washed away all the noise in our heads. People say riding is dangerous, and they're right, it is. But that's part of what makes it beautiful. Because when you face danger with respect, it reminds you how precious life is. Every curve you take safely, every close call you avoid, every kilometer you conquer, it gives you a deeper appreciation of being alive. Riders don't seek danger. We seek clarity. There's a strange kind of peace in that thin line between risk and control. When you ride, your thoughts simplify. It's just throttle, balance, awareness. And that simplicity is peace. Sometimes peace doesn't come from silence. Sometimes peace sounds like a roaring engine echoing through an empty road. Then there's the brotherhood. Even if you don't know the person, you nod when you pass each other on the road. That wave, it's unspoken respect. Because only riders know what it's like to fight rain, wind, and heat, and still call it joy. You meet strangers on rides who become family. You stop to help a broken down bike, no questions asked. You share stories over coffee at a roadside stop, and somehow, those few minutes feel like you've known them for years. Motorcycling isn't just about solo rides. It's about connection. Not through screens, but through shared silence, shared roads, shared risks. And maybe that's why we ride. To feel like we belong to something that still feels real in a world that's too digital, too distracted. I've heard so many stories of riders who found healing on 2 wheels. A man who rode after losing someone. A woman who beat depression with every sunrise ride. A soldier who found peace after war by listening to the hum of his bike. When the world feels too heavy, the ride becomes therapy. Because the road doesn't judge. It doesn't care about your mistakes, your job, or your past. It just waits for you to twist the throttle and let go. And somewhere between leaving and arriving, you find yourself again. So why do we ride? It's not just the speed. It's not just the machine. It's the feeling of being present. Of feeling every heartbeat, every breath, every gust of wind. Riding teaches us to live in moments, not in schedules. It reminds us that freedom isn't a place. It's a state of mind. As one rider said, you don't stop riding when you get old. You get old when you stop riding. And that's the truth. Because for many of us, riding isn't a hobby. It's a heartbeat. A moving meditation. A reminder that we're still alive. And that life is meant to be ridden, not just endured. So next time you ride, don't rush. Feel the road. Smell the wind. Listen to your engine. It's telling you a story. Remember why you started. Remember that freedom isn't found at the destination. It's in every single mile of the journey. This is MotoVenture Diaries, and this is why we ride.